Everyone, welcome to this video. In this video I wanted to quickly show you how to delete a project and then create a new project within the Google Cloud platform, and then we'll also deploy a virtual machine using the Google Compute Engine. So I have a whole bunch of projects in here that got created, and what I want to do, I want to delete some of this project. And the place where you need to do to delete a project is really under this. You have to go to under the IAM and admin, and over here you gotta go to the settings tab. So once you're in the settings tab and you have a project selected, you gotta go and click on the shutdown. So now you gotta provide the project ID. So let's just get the project ID from here and provide the project ID, and here we go, and hit shutdown, and this is going to shut down your project. Usually Google will keep this available for 30 days, and after it will get deleted. So let's just do that for a couple more. So maybe select another project, this Bashu one. Let's just go to IAM again and settings, select a project. So you see that project is gone. So let's just select this project maybe, and again I'm gonna do again just as a practice. We'll pick up the project ID, copy, shut down, and provide the project ID. So you need a project before you can do anything within Google. So this is also gone. So let's maybe do one more time, and then we'll have only one more left, so that should be good. So go back to again settings, where am I am settings, it's not even, so select a project. I think I'm probably good. So over here, come over here. So API project, something got created by default. So let's just maybe stick to this project. And did I delete this one? Probably I did not. So just copy this one as well, and this is the last one that I'm doing. Then I'll show you how to create a project and deploy a virtual machine. All right, so this is done. So pretty much most projects are now this is like it will take some time for the project to be deleted. So sometimes you'll get this dialog box and it says project is pending deletion. So now we know how to delete a project. So let's just create a project as well. And if you have the free account, you have a limit to how many projects you can create, and I have about 20 projects remaining, so I probably have 24 as the total maximum number of projects that I can have. So here I'm just gonna create lab work, and organization, I don't have any organization right now. Organization is really when you have an organizational account. Usually with the personal account we don't get the organization, but you don't have to select anything. So I have provided my project name and your project ID. It has to be unique, and you can change this if you like, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit create, and now over here you can see it's creating this project lab work for me, and it usually just gets created very quickly. So if you see, this is now got created and the lab work has shown up over here. So now I can select the project from here, and it should take me to this project page, and the way you know that I'm using this project is going to show up here. So it says lab work. So now I'm in this project. It's a brand new project that I just created. So what we have here, a whole bunch of options here that's giving us ideas about how to do a few things quickly. And again, I can go over here, and there are a whole bunch of our blades, they're showing up here. We can go to the marketplace, billing, API services, support. So what I'm interested in is the compute engine, and we're gonna deploy a VM instance maybe. So let's try that. So again, it's asking for the project and folders. So let's select the lab work, and once you select, it sometimes take a little bit of time. It will say the compute engine is getting ready, and it take a minute or more. Sometimes I have seen that it took like even like 3 to 5 minutes, but what you can do while you're waiting, you can just read up what it does. Actually, when it's doing, let's just look at some other stuff that we have under a compute engine. So if you go to compute engine, what you can do, you can have VM instances, your instance templates, sole tenant nodes, which I have no idea at the moment. Let's see what else can we do while we wait. So let's go back over here and maybe open it in a new tab, and let's look at a couple more compute options that we have. So over here we were under compute engines. I'm just going to click on it. So this is the page that's where we are. So let's go back again. Let's go back, compute engine. Okay, under compute, so you have app engine. App engine is also, you have this similar feature from other cloud providers like Azure as well, where Azure got their Azure apps. Compute engine, now over here it took, I don't know how long it took, probably a couple minutes, but let's finish looking at a couple more compute engine over here as we are reviewing. So we have the Kubernetes, which is originally developed by Google, and now they made it open source, so you can use it and create your own Kubernetes engine if you like. They have cloud functions if you want to go serverless, and if you just want to run your application. They have more services under compute like Cloud Run and VMware Engine. So since we have this now available to us, let's just deploy one. So deployment is still pretty simple, and if you're coming from other cloud services, if you have any experience, you know that you have to configure a few things. So just hit on create, and we're gonna start naming this. So let's make a Ubuntu machine maybe. Label, it's like tag. So if you can add key value pair that you have in Azure, so add, so let's say Ubuntu, and I'm gonna say call it lab, save. And again, zone, you gotta decide where you want to deploy. So let's I'm gonna choose the US East, South Carolina location. And zone B, this region is permanent, and zone is also permanent. So in this region, what is the zone that we also have to choose? So let's just choose one of them. And here now is the machine configuration. So it could be general purpose, and compute optimized if you need a lot more power, or if you're doing a lot more memory optimized work, you can go with this. So if you kind of click on it, it's going to tell you how many CPUs you're going to get, and even when you click, you are going to get multiple options. So higher you go, you are going to see that you have more virtual CPU, more memory available to you, but it's going to cost more. I don't need any of this. I'm going to go back to compute. Again, compute, if you click on it, you will see that you have a whole bunch of options for even compute optimized machines you can choose. But we're going to stick with the general purpose machine. Okay, and the general purpose machine series, you can choose E2. Okay, this is the second generation. You can also have first generation powered by Intel Skylake CPU. You can also choose that. I'm just going to choose the E2, the default option in here. And for machine type, you have a whole bunch of options, and let's just stick with the default one even in here. And the next thing that you need to choose, confidential VMs have enabled the confidential compute series on the VM machine. So I'm not going to do this one. I'm not using container at the moment. The next thing you need to choose, what is the disk. So here it's Debian is chosen by default. So let's click on change, and let's see if we can get anything else. So public image looks like under Debian I have that one available. So Ubuntu is what we wanted to create. So I wanted to go and choose Ubuntu. And once you have chosen Ubuntu, now you can choose the version that you want. I'm gonna go with the latest version, which is 12.10, and the standard there, even the minimal version is available. I'm just gonna stick to the standard one. And boot disk type, balanced persistent disk, you can choose SSD or the standard persistent disk. Let's just go with the default, and 10 gigs is enough. I don't need to choose the custom image because I'm using this image. You can use a snapshot, and you can even use existing disk if you like. Hit select. So now we have selected the image. Then identity and API service. So in here, access type, right now I'm keeping allowed default access. Firewall, if you have hosting web traffic, you can allow HTTP and HTTPS traffic if you like. So all of that looks like it's done. So all I need to do is click on create. Just know that I'm using the free credit, and when I'm going to create this, my free credit will be applied for this virtual machine. So let's just come back over here, hit create, and now it has started creating the machine. And let's see how quickly it deploys. So for here, it's the notification bar. It's again similar with other virtual machine or other cloud providers as well. So you can click on it and see what is going on over here. Click on it again, and over here it's also showing with the red circle that's moving. It's also showing that it's getting deployed. And once it's deployed, we should know what zone and IP addresses and everything. It should be available to us. So right there it's green. So it took probably 15-20 seconds maybe. So we got the external IP, and the great thing about it, you have the SSH that you can click on it, and as soon as you click on it, it's gonna connect to that virtual machine and should give me a shell where we can start working with this particular machine from here. So now it's connecting, and there we go. So now we are within the Ubuntu virtual machine, and I can start typing commands. Cd root, I have no permission. Okay, ls var. Okay, so there we go. So it's everything looking good. Cat, control C, control D, control D, not working. Anyway, so I'm gonna get rid of this one and leave. So you can if you want, you can use other SSH client as well. So what you need to do if you want to connect it from the Mac is also given here. Maybe in the next video I'll show you how to do that as well. But you have access to the virtual machine. There is no username and password that you need to know. You just need to download the keys and then use your private key to be able to connect to this virtual machine. So that's a quickly how you deploy your virtual machine, how you create your project, and how you can start using Google Cloud Platform to deploy compute instances as infrastructure as a service. Okay, thanks for watching the video. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe. Have a great day. Thank you.